We don't like the Patriots. We don't like Josh McDaniels' history. We all remember what happened just a few years back with Indianapolis, how he flaked, reneged on a contract offer saying he'll be the next Indianapolis Colts head coach. He went back to his comfort zone of the Patriots. But let's take it a little further back when he was with the Denver Donkeys. That was a tumultuous run of not even lasting 2 years officially. He won games early. He went like 4-0, 5-0, whatever it was, and he was feeling himself the first season as the Broncos coach. He had Jay Cutler as his quarterback. There is a documentary online about Josh McDaniels and his history. It's a pretty good watch on YouTube. Just search Josh McDaniels, Raider, documentary, Denver Broncos, and it'll come up. It's one of the top 10 videos on there. And it's from about 2 months ago. But his run with the Denver Broncos was tumultuous. They started out strong, then he lost toward the end. And he made some questionable moves, whether it be at running back or at quarterback. He had Jay Cutler as his quarterback the first season. I'm not saying Jay was the best, but he was a good quality quarterback for Denver. He started looking at other quarterbacks. Jay Cutler caught wind of it and got pissed off. Then the next season, they traded Jay Cutler. They traded Jay Cutler to the Chicago Bears. Jay Cutler was in a similar situation as Derek Carr. He had 1 year left. And they traded Jay Cutler because Josh McDaniels was flirting with quarterbacks and trades during the offseason and the beginning of the season. So they traded Jay Cutler. That was a bad move. Hence, when they started, I forgot who, Kyle Orton. They traded for Kyle Orton from the Bears. Kyle Orton came in and was the Bronco quarterback. Josh McDaniels thought Kyle Orton was a better all-around quarterback than Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler has it 50% of the time. Kyle Orton had it 20% of the time, 25% of the time. That was a bad move. What the hell was Josh McDaniels doing with that? It all came to a head. They kept losing games. He started yelling at the team. He lost his composure. He wasn't a good player coach. He didn't understand relationships. He didn't understand anything. He went back to the Patriots. But he made some very, very bad mistakes that he has improved on, that we can already see. Even though he flaked on the Colts a couple of years back, I think he did that because they didn't have a quarterback that he believed in. I don't remember who their quarterback was at that time. I don't think it was Andrew Luck. It might have been. I think that was the year before they got Ryan Tannehill. Forgive me for not knowing. But the mistakes he made with the Broncos and the Colts, he's trying to make amends. And the proof shows in his pudding. But with the Broncos, in the draft class and free agency, he made some really horrible moves with trades and the players he picked up. Hence why he was fired. Plus, his attitude was a biatch attitude. He's saying and doing all the right things now. He said he learned from his mistakes. He's proud he waited for the right opportunity with the Raiders in Sin City. But let me be honest with you guys. Why am I afraid? Because we've been in Sin City now for what? Has it been 3 official seasons? It might have been 2. Look at all the turmoil that's happened to our young Raiders. Whether it be drinking, drugging, some of them are getting their life back. I get it. Is Sin City the reason for it? I mean, with young players, they're technically not all of them. Some of them are, some of them not. But they might not all be mature enough for Las Vegas. We all had these concerns about going to Las Vegas for Raiders, for young players. They're going to get caught up in the entertainment, the life, the boozing, the girls, and drama has happened. I mean, I don't need to continue to talk about it. Henry Ruggs, Damon Arnett, Nate Hobbs has even had a few incidents that are a little bit scary recently. And I know alcohol is involved for some of these players beyond Max Crosby, Darren Waller, who was doing the best to fix their life. Alcohol, drugs, partying, and cars are still involved for some of these players. Josh Jacobs got into a little bit of an accident, whether he was drunk or not. Again, it's all to be debated. But these young players are clearly influenced by the lifestyle of Las Vegas. It's not just enough to have all God-fearing, amazing men on the team, especially when players are young with money. I think Josh McDaniels realized that. So that's why he took the job. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen coaches do drugs and drink, especially the Miami coaches. They do some wild stuff. And I'm scared. I'm scared for somebody like Josh McDaniels or Dave Ziegler. They are technically still kind of young. And they could, if things go bad, they could delve into that lifestyle. But again, that's my fears, and hopefully they don't manifest themselves to reality. At the end of the day, everybody has to make their own choice. And I hope the new staff and the coaches that are coming in have enough poise and stability in their lives to not go down that path that will ruin their careers and or other people's lives as well as their own. That's why I don't like Raider video makers drinking or smoking or doing anything online. I just don't like representing that. Who am I to say that, have I ever done it? Yes, I have. It wasn't a good choice. But one time every year I drink during the draft, and I just live that lifestyle. And unfortunately, a couple of times, not unfortunately, I chose to do it. I go online and I drink and I act stupid. But some video makers make it a contest every week. You know, I don't agree with it, but I can't hold it against them. They have their own right to do whatever they want to do. Again, but it just, all of that bothers me. And that's the only reason I hate being in Las Vegas, is because of the temptations. But the truth is, you're going to have those temptations, and God will save you and help you make the right decision. But it's up for you to choose the right decision. So that brings me to Josh McDaniels and what he's doing to prove his plan for the Raiders against all the decisions he made with the Colts and the Broncos, with picks, with quarterbacks, with free agency. Josh McDaniels knows being in Las Vegas is going to be really bad for young players, for diva players. That's why in free agency, he's technically gotten veterans. He traded for veterans, best friends, people that already have a history, that know the lifestyle, that have Derek Carr to stand by them, Max Crosby to stand by them. He didn't pick up any players that I know of that have an alcoholic or a drug history. I might find out some later. But he's getting veterans in free agency. At least 2 or 3 years on a team, 4 years on the team with no issues. He's building a team with veterans. And that's why he didn't care about getting rid of the first round pick or the second round pick. Because how many of our first round picks have panned out the previous 3 or 4 seasons? You know, maybe 20%, 15%. And the other ones, they got caught up in the drama. They made mistakes, drinking, drugging, whatever, accidents. You don't want players drafted in the first round to get a lot of money and to be that fragile. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to make a move. I'm going to get Derek Carr the player he needs. I don't care if I'm giving up a first rounder or second rounder. I'm going to get Derek Carr the player he always wanted because I want to know exactly what Derek Carr has. I read all the headlines. Derek Carr hasn't had any weapons. You know, there's always Derek Carr's offensive system changes like every 2 years. He's been in 5 different systems, probably 6 different head coaches, blah, 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 blah. Josh McDaniels saw the whole picture. He saw the whole picture. I don't know if it'll work out, but he saw the picture. And he's like, I don't care about the first rounder picks or the second round picks. You know, the young players we get, I'd rather get them from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round. Because if they don't pan out, who cares? We got ourselves a bona fide superstar, wide receiver, veteran, best friends with Derek Carr that is going to propel this offense to the next level. And there won't be any problems off the field. Or we hope. But that's why he went with veterans. He's building this team with veterans and upside players as opposed to rookie draft picks. Gruden did an overhaul. When he came to the Raiders, the Gruden purge started. Gruden did an overhaul. He didn't want to build the team with veterans like he initially did in 1998 with the Raiders. Or 99. He built that team with veterans. He went out and got Jerry Rice. We got Devontae Adams, veteran. You get it? This last time Gruden came back, he overhauled the team. Traded for draft picks, got rid of every veteran, high price, whatever the situation is, and had a lot of draft picks. 2 or 3 of them worked out. 2 or 3 of them are still on the team probably. I don't know, maybe more, maybe 4. But how many of them are quality starters that really have an impact in every single game? 1 or 2 maybe. Maybe 2. Out of what? 30 draft picks? So Josh McDaniels is taking the complete separate strategy that Gruden did, and he's building the team with veterans. And if he does pick a young player, he's going with upside. And he's not building through the draft. Not in this first year. Not in this first year. Because we have a playoff caliber roster already on our team. We just need to tweak a couple of things and get it done. I like what Josh McDaniels is doing. And I like his plan moving forward. I think that's the best way you can build a team, especially in Las Vegas, is to get actual high-quality players, unlike Mike Mayock and Gruden said that they were only getting. McDaniels is getting high-quality players, veterans, and players with upside. And he's not relying on the draft to build his team. Are we in win now mode? No. We're in win mode. But he is proving to be a just win baby head coach. And I love his plan of veteran free agents. Unfortunately, we don't have a draft pick this year in the first round, so Thursday and Friday might not be that fun watching the draft.